My name's Mira, and I'm a singer-songwriter. I love telling stories with music, first and foremost. If I could tell a complete story start to finish, then I feel like I've done my job as a songwriter. To be able to speak to people through music is such a special thing and such a gift. When I was 3 years old, I begged my parents to put me in violin lessons. I played violin for about a decade before deciding the guitar was cooler. I would sneak into my dad's office and take his guitar when he was sleeping and play it as quietly as I could. I had no idea what I was doing, but I knew it was tuned kind of like a violin, only backwards. And he caught me one night after bedtime and he signed me up for guitar lessons the next day. I had the worst stage fright. I wouldn't play for anybody when I was first learning. I certainly wouldn't sing for anybody. My sister was a big singer. She started to get me to sing harmonies with her. My dad put me in the car one day and said, "We're going to do an open mic. You're going to sing in front of people." And he took me an hour and a half outside of town so that I wouldn't run into anybody that I knew and die of embarrassment and stage fright. And sure enough, I did it. And then I found another one a little bit closer to home and I kept going. And I found I was writing songs all day, all the time. I kind of woke up one morning and thought, you know what, it's time to put out an album. I've written a lot of songs and I want to share them. I was working as a waitress, so I could barely afford anything. I shoved my tip money into a empty tissue box and kept it in my closet, and I used that to pay for my album.
Packed your picture away in a brown box next to a pink guitar pick and some Argyle socks and that old plaid shirt you made fun of me for. I couldn't look at it anymore.
It was definitely a big learning experience for me. It was everything from the photos for the album cover, and then I had to become a publisher so I could publish it myself. I was very overwhelmed with the amount of support that my friends and family gave me because I just kind of thought, this is what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna put out an album. The songwriting process can be very fun and it can be very frustrating. Sometimes I start with an idea, sometimes I start with a lyrical hook. Writing with somebody else will introduce me to a new way of singing things or a new cadence or new phrasing, and then I get to put that in my toolbox. I am a songwriter who loves criticism. I welcome it. I want somebody to tell me what's not working so that I can learn and I can take that and work on it. I'm trying to learn how to be the best songwriter that I can be. Going to Nashville was very scary. It was something I'd been thinking about for a long time. I just got married. I mean, we'd been married like 4 weeks and I packed up the car and we drove me out there. It really is Music City. I get to bump elbows getting coffee with fantastic songwriters, and they play Monday nights down at the corner bar and I get to go see them for $5 and you know, it's unreal. Even when I was a teenager and I was too terrified to play for my parents, I still really wanted to be an artist, a performing artist. I can't really imagine doing anything else. I've entertained 1,000 other careers. Of course you do, as all musicians do. At some point, multiple times down the line, you think, oh my gosh, I have to get another job. But I just keep coming back to music because it really is the only thing that makes sense to me.